Hey guys, this is Jack and welcome to my expectations video of iPhone OS 4.0. And today is April 7th, tomorrow will be April 8th, and Apple has recently announced a media event for April 8th. So this is just a recap of what I expect to see, what I hope to see, and hopefully I will see tomorrow on the big, keynote. So a little tech tidbit before I begin. Flip is in Best Buy, there were some leaked shots of a Flip Slide HD camera, and I'm kind of pissed because I just bought the Flip Minnow HD yesterday and last night, and then today there's some new camera out. So, well anyway, in iPhone OS 4.0, I hope to see one feature above all else, and you guys could probably guess what it is. It's called multitasking, and I want to see something like the WebOS, Palm's WebOS, the way you can slide through your apps, like flip through them. And I want to see something like Backgrounder incorporated as well, because I do not want every application I open to be running as a background process after I close it. And so that's kind of crucial because I don't want every application I open to do that. I want to be able to choose, for example, maybe a four fingers swipe gesture or some sort of button to press, in order to enable this application to be part of a background process. So multitasking, I want something elegant. I don't want like Google's way of doing multitasking. It's horrible. On my G1, which you see here, it's background processes is a huge problem because I can't. If I open an application, it will be running in the background after I close it, and there's no way for me to force quit the application without going to some third party task manager program. And that's kind of ridiculous because I can't really even do it within the phone itself. So it's just out of control. So yeah, multitasking. And I also want to see a high resolution display on the iPhone. And hopefully, the iPhone's HVGA display was awesome back in 2007. But nowadays, a lot of headsets have 800 by 480, pixel screens. And those are like really big and really awesome. And people even have, Samsung's got their OLED and AMOLED displays, and also 720p video recording. So I want to see a better camera in the iPhone, and maybe support for like 720p video recording, because two cell phones, the HTC Evo 4G and a Samsung Galaxy S, all have 720p video recording. Although they're slated for release later this year, but I expect the iPhone to catch up in terms of that. And the high resolution display would actually benefit iPad owners as well, because when we emulate or when we run iPhone applications on our iPad, it's roughly 1/5 of the size of our total pixels. So when we blow them up, we have to blow them up 5 times. And if you blow up an application with a keyboard like Facebook, it's really blocky, and the whole keyboard looks really pixelated and blurry. I know Apple promised to reduce that kind of thing, but it's still there. And a high resolution to begin with, when you blow it up, it would be clear. Not as crisp as an iPad application, but better than nothing. So I also want to see support for a second camera. By that I mean I want to see a webcam, some sort of video chat function there, because the iPhone, a lot of Nokia headsets, not like the N series, they have a video chat camera, and that's in Europe, and they're not really popular in the United States. So I want to see Apple push everyone along with the video chat segment. And I also want to see a unified inbox, because a lot of people have multiple email accounts, me included, and my dad. And usually I only put one email account on my iPad or my iPhone, or my iPod Touch or my G1, because having multiple email accounts, it's really hard to manage on a small screen. And if there's a unified inbox on the iPad or iPhone OS 4.0, it would be really cool for us iPad owners, because we can do a lot more, and there'd be more features, so unified inbox. Also for the high resolution thing, I hope that since there's a high resolution, there'll be more UI elements, that iPhone application will be redesigned to take advantage of the bigger screen, and more UI elements. That means you can do a lot more. For example, the brushes application on the iPad is much more powerful and easier to use than the iPhone, because of the bigger screen. I also want to see enhanced voice-to-text features. And voice-to-text features, I want voice dial. That is something missing on the iPhone for a long, long time. And my G1 has it, and by default, I don't have to install a separate application. And voice to text, I can do a lot more. I can basically like dictate my speech. For example, I can write notes by talking, or voice dial, or whatever, or search through voice. And Google offers that in their applications on the iPhone and iPad probably, but I want to see native support for that. Also, Apple bought Lala back in December of last year, and hopefully we'll be able to see something that incorporates their technology, their streaming technology over the cloud. Because it's, for example, if I'm at my friend's house and I have a Wi-Fi connection on my iPad, I want to be able to stream a video from my MacBook Pro, and it'd be really cool if I could do that. Because maybe I don't want to sync my iPad with his to get a video, or I want to show him something from at home. I forgot to put on my iPad. So there's a lot of uses for the streaming capability. It'd be really cool if Apple was able to incorporate that. But I kind of think they're really busy with the iPad launch and the iPad software they had to fix up before launch day. And yeah, it'd be also really cool if Apple announced a wireless sync capability, because I sometimes feel the need to sync my iPad. Maybe even through a network. Basically, like if I'm at Starbucks and I want to sync my iPad with my MacBook Pro, and I don't have my MacBook Pro with me, then I want to have some sort of wireless sync, over the network to, that'd be really cool if they could do that. And so I'm reading this from gigaom.com. It's just, they have a lot. There are 6 features to expect in iPhone OS 4.0, are basically what I feel I want to expect in iPhone OS 4.0 as well, and with a few little additions of my own. So pricing. That's something that everyone usually kind of ignores until Steve Jobs says, so what does this cost? For us iPad owners, I do not expect Steve Jobs. Actually, I do not want Steve Jobs to charge us, because we got our devices literally 5 days ago, less than a week ago. And it makes no sense for us to pay another $10 or $5, even $1 for an OS that we started using 5 days ago. And for iPhone users, they are paying the data plan, so they will probably get it free, as always. And for us iPod Touch owners like me, my dad's currently using it now since I have the iPad. I don't want to pay like another $10, maybe $5, but I expect iPod Touch owners to pay for the software upgrade, and iPad owners and iPhone owners to get it free. So those are my expectations for iPhone OS 4.0, which will be demoed tomorrow live by Steve Jobs, and hopefully we can watch I'll do a recap video tomorrow of how my predictions went with what actually happened. And that's it for this video. Thanks guys for watching, and please follow me on Twitter. I'm twitter.com/beautifulcode. No caps, no spaces, just beautiful and code. Thanks guys for watching.